Hello everyone. So today we have a special guest on our channel. So would you like to introduce yourself?
Okay, so hi everyone. I'm Ankit Kumar, and currently I'm working as Android developer in Rapido. So basically, I'm from Bokaro, Jharkhand, and I am 2021 pass out. So just have a year of experience
Yeah.
in Android only.
So he's here to talk about his interview experience at Rapido. So Ankit, tell us about your interview experience, the rounds and everything in details.
Okay, so mostly like there were three rounds,
Mm-hmm.
two Android and one was hiring manager round, and uh, the process continues like that HR discussion and all the things. So in my first round, basically they asked me normal Android stuff like
Mm-hmm.
basics of everything, starting from activity fragments, their life cycle, push notification, Firebase, how we there are multiple things in Firebase. They just want to know if I know
Mm-hmm.
the terms or not, like Firebase
Yeah.
storage, real time storage. There are things
Mm-hmm.
they asked me there are keys which we use to sign with push notification.
Mm-hmm.
The complete flow of push notification. Since I
Yeah.
have also used it, so I was able to
Mm-hmm.
answer those things. Apart from it, basic thing like coroutines, it's quite trending topic in Android.
Mm-hmm.
Some Kotlin questions like I remember they gave me a syntax in Java and I need to convert in a much better readable Kotlin format. That was the thing. Apart from these things, very less slight discussion on like services, broadcast receiver,
Mm-hmm.
and content provider, basic components of Android.
Mm-hmm.
Just a very bit of insights. Like if I know these terms, if I've used it, then they go a bit in detail. If I not like, I've been knowing the terms, so I just explain all the components and. They asked me a bit of services more because I told them that I know the definition and the types of services.
Mm-hmm.
So they just asked me those things. Not in very detail, I would say. These the three components. Activity is something important, but
Mm-hmm.
these three are not that much important in my as per my experience. So they just go. They just want that I should know the basic definition also. Apart from that, just a basic thing like profilers are there
Yeah.
and there are pro guards
Mm-hmm.
which is used for if there are rules on I am also not very much clear about pro guards, so I
Mm-hmm.
just told them that I don't have much idea. Apart from it, I think there are few Kotlin questions, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure, but obviously, if I'm applying for Android, then they are
Mm-hmm.
expecting that
Yeah.
you should know Kotlin.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, so basically, I don't remember all the questions,
Mm-hmm.
but I can say that they were very basic things. Like if
Mm-hmm.
you know, there were a few questions on OOPS concept. Like
Okay.
first one was encapsulation
Mm-hmm.
versus abstraction.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, this was the one. One was polymorphism. I have to
Mm-hmm.
define it. And the main point was that they, for these two questions regarding the OOPS concept, they want a very pinpoint answer,
Yeah.
like not a very lengthy explanation, to the point. If I can give whatever max answer which is to the point, they want that answer.
Mm-hmm.
So I tried to convey them, and they were sort of conveyed by my example. But yeah, the complete pinpoint was something like proper to the point was
Mm-hmm.
something a bit missing. So, but that was fine also.
Yeah.
I think this was the thing.
Okay.
Maybe I missed, but anyone who know Android, the basic thing,
Mm-hmm.
nothing very in depth or so. Like I think view model was asked. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
sure, but maybe it's a common question. Or flow and live data are also a common question. So these sort of things.
Okay.
So this was the first round.
Hmm. Before we start the rest of the video, let me tell you about an amazing platform called Hirect. So Hirect is a direct hiring app that you can use to apply to the companies that you want to, and there you can get in touch directly with the hiring managers and the leaders of the companies without involvement of any middlemen. So you can get to the app, apply for whichever job role you want, apply to whichever company you want, and you can message the recruiters directly and schedule your interviews. And there's no involvement of any middlemen, so there won't be any trouble because of that. and they have over 190,000 different companies. They have a AI algorithm that matches you to your desirable role. And like I said, they have 190,000 plus companies, which is a lot of companies that are hiring directly from Hirect. So all you have to do is click the link in the description, get to the App Store, download the app, register on the app, answer the questions, and then make your profile and then apply to the company that you want, apply to the role you want, and directly start chatting with the recruiter to schedule your interview. And you don't have to worry about data privacy because Hirect never shares your data without any recruiter without your permission. So go click the link in the description, download Hirect, and apply to the company that you want and get to the job that you want.
And I was having second round, which was basically on, which is mostly a system design round. But I
Hmm.
have no very high experience. I have just
Hmm.
1 year of experience, so they just asked me to design of give they give me a problem statement.
Hmm.
And no, sorry. Before that, we discussed on solid principles.
Okay.
They asked me what is solid principles. I need to. I said I know. So they told me ki just define the all the principles. So I just define all of them. Apart from it, design patterns. So I was knowing three design patterns. There was a factory design pattern, builder one, singleton. I have heard the adapter design pattern, but I was not sure. So I just
Hmm.
told them that this is the thing. So some real time use case of design pattern, not just the definition. They want a real time
Yeah.
example. Apart from it, architecture pattern, one of the most important thing, like MVP, MVC, MVVM,
Hmm.
clean architecture. So very bit of discussion on these things. Now the thing come that I need to design a problem statement.
Hmm.
Like how would I write the code with following the proper MVVM and clean architecture, which is the most trending architecture in Android right
Hmm.
now. Like most of the developer, we use MVVM and clean architecture.
Hmm.
So it was just expected that I will use the proper architecture, and also I need to follow the necessary design patterns whichever is applicable over here. And also if I can code keeping in the mind of solid principles, like
Hmm.
if solid principle is something which I can maintain, then it is expected. So and also I was not supposed to code the thing. I just need
Okay.
to convey them or make them understand that this is what I think.
Hmm.
So I was asked to design some dynamic feed or something.
Okay.
So I just told, they asked me like first thing what type of data you will be needing for backend.
Hmm.
So like I would say, so they asked me to design. Maybe there is a list,
Hmm.
and there can be multiple type of items over there. There can be horizontal view.
Hmm.
There can be some text. There can be a button, there can be anything,
Hmm.
and it is completely dynamic. So
Hmm.
first question was that how what data will be you will needed from backend.
Hmm.
So I just tell them that I will just need list of component id, and
Hmm.
by component id what I mean, I will in my app label I will have a mapping of maybe a integer with some like our components,
Hmm.
android components, which I will be showing
Hmm.
that backend give me one. So
Yeah.
if suppose I have mapped one to a button, I will show a button, but the UI were a bit complex. I'm just taking a very simple example.
Yeah.
So then after I need to explain all the responsibility of every layer, like what data layer should do. So mainly data layer will be responsible for just the API call, and it will return the data to our domain layer.
Hmm.
Since I need to use MVVM clean architecture, so domain layer is very important for that thing also. So now domain layer will basically handle the logics for our complete scenario, and we discussed on how we will maintain the state of loading,
Hmm.
how to show the data. This was the first page, and he was convinced that okay,
Hmm.
we can go. So at the end, yeah, everything was perfect, and I was also selected for that round.
Hmm.
And after it, there was hiring manager round. So just basic questions like what was my role in Tokopedia, how we do things over there, uh, general complete roles and responsibility or whatever I have done
Mm-hmm.
till that, those things. Apart from it, why you are leaving your current organization, why are you
Mm-hmm.
want to join our organization, and many behavioral round
Mm-hmm.
type questions. On I think they were not technical questions, so these were the thing. And
Okay.
yeah, that's all for the interview experience.
So, what advice would you give to people who are preparing for Rapido Android app developer role, or if they're appearing for the interview of app developer role for Rapido? What advice would you give to them so they can also crack the interview?
See, right now I have 1 year of experience, so
Mm-hmm.
I can just tell in this constraint only that basics should be clear. Very basic things. Whatever components you're using, you should know why you are using.
Mm-hmm.
Starting from either a design pattern or a architecture. Why are you following this architecture only? And apart from it, it's better if you have understanding of solid principles and other
Mm-hmm.
things. That also gives a bit of good impression.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, pretty much this thing like. General concepts, and you should be knowing how to build a scalable app basically,
Mm-hmm.
not a some normal app, but yeah, you should always think about scaling, like it's okay if you are writing some more line of code just to make it a bit more extensible
Mm-hmm.
or so. And yeah, this is the thing, like every company almost very same structure of asking question. So there is nothing such very different in Rapido, which I would ask, which they ask.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the very similar things.
Okay. So I guess you've pretty much covered everything that there is to cracking the role of a app developer. So I hope this will help a lot of students who are willing and who are wanting to crack the role of app developer in companies like Rapido and all. So again, thanks a lot for coming on my channel and sharing your journey with me and my subscribers. So thank you. Thank you guys for watching this video towards the end. And again, don't forget to check out Hirect. I've given a link in the description. Open that link, download Hirect, start chatting with the recruiters, start applying to the company that you want, and get the job that you want. And remember, Hirect hai to direct hai.